Previously on Big Brother 6. In a tense head of household competition, Janelle's effort fell short.
Congratulations, Eric. You are the new head of household.
The guys' alliance quickly collapsed.
My plan originally, you, me, Kaser.
Basically, that plan, in my mind, has basically gone to...
And Eric used his new power to nominate his two biggest threats.
Janelle, Michael, I nominated you both.
Tension between Eric and Michael caused tempers to explode.
You got a problem? Yeah, I got a problem. What you gonna do about it?
Family, you're going home!
It was a must-win for all those competing in the veto competition.
Just for my game personally, Michael's got to go.
The veto competition is the difference between me staying and going.
James, you're now the holder of the golden power of veto. Congratulations.
At the veto ceremony, James sided with the majority.
My decision is not to use the power of veto. Veto ceremony is adjourned.
Who will be evicted from the Big Brother house, Michael or Janelle? And what are your favorite pairs from Big Brother 5 up to? Find out live tonight on Big Brother 6.
Good evening, I'm Julie Chen. Welcome to Big Brother 6. It's day 19, and it's been a tense week inside the Big Brother house. Tonight, another person is about to be evicted. This season, everyone entered the house with a secret partner, and 2 weeks into the game, some of the house guests have already begun to figure it out. Last week, Janelle's partner, Ashleah, was evicted, and now only 6 pairs remain. If one of these duos makes it to the end of the game as the last two standing, the runner-up will receive $250,000, while the winner will go home with $1 million, the largest prize in Big Brother history. Right now, let's take a live look inside the Big Brother house. Eric, the firefighter originally from Boston, Massachusetts, won head of household last week and nominated 2 housemates for eviction. Janelle, the cocktail waitress from Miami, Florida, and Michael, the artist from Orange County, California. Who will be evicted from the Big Brother house? We'll find out a little later. But first, after a rough week, the house is on edge. Michael is trying to make amends while Janelle worries about her future in the game.
By winning the contest yesterday, I've been given the chance to veto one of the nominations, and my decision is not to use the power of veto.
When James won the power veto competition, I knew he wasn't going to use the power veto, that I would be staying on the block with Janelle.
Veto ceremony is adjourned.
Since Eric kind of blew up at me the other night.
Talk a lot and you can't act on it. You got a small penis.
Family.
Talk about your family. Come on, what you gonna do about it? You don't pose a threat to me, you midget.
You know, I think we've both been trying to maintain a certain amount of diplomacy.
I just want to make sure.
Listen, I don't want the air in the house to be an uncomfortable one. I don't want there to be tension to the point where, you know, okay, it's silly. It was blown out of proportion.
And I apologize if you felt like that I was aggressive in a sense.
Here's the thing. We are all living in a house.
Absolutely.
I just want to keep it honest.
Okay.
And simple.
Okay.
I'm not about to, you know, start making buddy-buddy with Eric, but I'd like to stay and fight, and I like to win.
I obviously must have done something that irritated somebody.
Yeah, the biggest thing was, Mike, I just want to make sure that we were cool.
We are cool.
Okay, that's my biggest thing.
Okay.
After the incident in the backyard, things have pretty much cooled down. I just wanted Michael to know that I was cool as far as, you know, the situation and that, you know, it's over. It's done with.
I'd like to think I have more friends than I have enemies.
Absolutely. I don't know if Michael is as bad a person as everybody thinks he is.
Right. When it comes to Michael, I do think that he's gotten a raw deal.
Most of the people in this house wanted him out. But do I think it's all his fault? Absolutely not. Okay. Absolutely not.
I don't consider Michael a threat. I think people just took it too personally.
I made my amends with him, told him I was sorry, because I got caught up in it too.
Yeah. My only concern is now Janelle's getting what she wanted.
Right.
You know,
and it makes you wonder.
I think Janelle definitely wants Michael to go before herself. Janelle doesn't want to leave. Who would?
In the heat of battle, in the heat of what was going on with Michael, it makes you wonder at that point, did we make the right decision? In a sense, it's almost harder to be HOH. Nobody can say, I didn't stick my neck way out to put Michael up.
Let me tell you something right now, and trust me, I want Michael out. But I could easily vote Janelle out this week.
Janelle is strong when it comes to mental things. Janelle is strong when it comes to physical. So Janelle is a strong player in this game.
Janelle is strong. Janelle is a strong. She has no allies. But if she wins HOH, it doesn't matter now, does it? You know, you can't underestimate anyone. Janelle is definitely a force in this game. In some respects, I think she's even stronger than Michael.
Is everybody happy with Mike leaving?
Ecstatic.
I think it's the best thing for the house, but I think strategically, I think it's a bad move. With evictions coming up, we're trying to figure out who's more of a danger to us here, and Michael's more dangerous to our sanity, but Janelle is more dangerous strategy-wise. Janelle is such a better competitor. She was second place in HOH last week.
There are only 2 safes in the gold room. The correct answer is false. Eric got it right.
Yeah! She was third place in the veto competition.
Fight it again.
Go, Rich.
Got it.
Now slow
I mean, the girl is a little badass, and plus she's the one who's moving Mike and Queso around, you know? They're her little pawns.
I think there's a lot of gossiping going on about me. I'm a little nervous because people are always deceptive in this house.
Has anyone in this house said anything bad about me?
They know you're smart.
Janelle is in a very tough spot right now. The house is gunning for her. I'd be a little bit sad to see her leave.
This is just too dramatic for me. I guess I don't know what's going on in this house. What should I do? Help.
I mean, what are you gonna do? The game starts, you know? Nothing you can do, it's just the game, I mean.
He wants to stay, to be honest with you.
Oh, how?
He's got the surfboard people.
If we stay together just for a couple weeks, that's 7 of us making it against 6.
I think our surfboard has to protect you in votes. I think that's the way it is, right?
I
think so. So, yeah.
Do you think those girls will break their word, though?
It's the second week. Who the hell knows, you know? It's so hard to say.
You never know what's gonna happen. People's views on you can change very quickly. I could be the one to go.
Let's go to the living room and check in with the house guests. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Jennifer. Yes, I picked on you. In this week's Snack Shack from Hell food competition, you ate an entire chocolate snake. What does chocolate snake taste like? And good job, by the way.
Chocolate snake. You know, I've chosen to block that traumatic event from my memory, so I couldn't really tell you, but it's not good.
Let me ask you this then. What was worse, living on PB&J for an entire week or eating that chocolate snake?
Well, see, I like PB&J, so that wasn't a problem. I lost weight.
Well, keep that in mind that it's a reward for you from now on then, okay? James. You won the high and dry veto competition by only 13 seconds. How grueling was that competition?
That competition was, I mean, it was an awesome competition. It was kind of, when I realized the 13 seconds and then, you know, Janelle by 17 seconds, it's you know, no offense to them, but it's good they're sitting up there because they're, you know, good competitors. And I don't know if I could do it again.
You did well as well. Thanks, James. Kaser.
Yes.
Pretty tense week in the house, in the Big Brother house this week, huh?
Yeah.
There was a heated argument in the yard between Eric and Michael and between you and Yvette.
Yeah.
How has the house changed since?
I think we've grown up a bit, we've matured as a group, and we've come to appreciate each other a bit more and learned our lesson.
Yvette, how do you think the house has changed since the outburst? Speak your mind, you always do.
I've chosen to try to control my mouth as hard as it's gonna be, but there, you know, I'm speechless. You've got nothing to say sometimes.
Okay.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, house guests. And I'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks, Julie.
Coming up, who will be evicted tonight? The possibility of leaving the Big Brother house brought Janelle and Michael closer together. How close? We'll find out a little later. But first, it is eviction night. Janelle and Michael are not allowed to vote. Neither is Eric, the current HOH. All votes are cast in private in the diary room. Let's see what Howie, Sarah, and James had to say about the two nominees.
The only reason to keep Mike is that as a player, he's not a threat.
I don't think he's as smart as people give him credit for, and he's really just, you know, not that strong of a player.
He just created so many enemies so fast.
Janelle by far is a stronger player than Mike. She's a better liar. She has no self-respect, so therefore she's willing to do anything.
She would probably nominate some people who I myself or other people wouldn't be able to put up.
I love Janelle. You know, she's a good friend of mine and hopefully a future hookup of mine.
You know, if Janelle was to stay, you know, maybe she'd be able to do some of my dirty work.
Welcome back to Big Brother 6. It's time to talk with Eric, who is alone in the head of household bedroom. Hello, Eric.
How you doing, Julie?
I'm well, thank you. Now, just a reminder, your fellow housemates cannot hear you, so you are free to say whatever is on your mind, all right?
Well, I've never had a problem with that, so.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. Now, you and Michael have had your differences. You thought he said something negative about your family. What did you hear him say?
Well, somebody had brought back some comments that he had made about my family and about my father and mother, to the effect that, you know, I must have been abandoned as a kid, you know, in Boston, and that's why I came to Vegas. Something along those lines. At least that's how it came back to me secondhand. And I think that that's always kind of a sore spot for me, just because my family means so much to me, between my mother and father and my wife and my two children. And being in a heated moment on top of that, hearing that kind of set me off a little bit.
But it was secondhand, so you didn't actually hear Michael say anything, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do you think that things got blown out of proportion?
I think in hindsight, let me just say how I feel about everything is that I didn't like his behavior in the house. I didn't like his attitude in the house. And up until that point, he had tried to intimidate me a couple of times before the so-called incident. And all I can tell you is after that happened, that never occurred again, his intimidation tactics. So whether the methods were the right way that I went about making my point, probably not. But in the end, I think I got my point across and it was effective.
Well, let me ask you this. James, Michael, Kaser, and you had an agreement to make it to the end of the game together, except this week you nominated Michael for eviction. You have said several times that Michael broke your trust. How exactly did he break your trust?
Well, I noticed pretty much immediately after the last eviction, even prior to the last eviction with Ashley, that he was hanging around Janelle a lot. And we both know, everybody knew in the house that Janelle and I are like oil and water, and she's a great competitor. And I always try to measure sometimes I measure people by the company they keep. And he seemed to be getting very close to Janelle. And I know that if I had lost last week's HOH, I was up on the block, even to the point where she admitted that I would have been up on the block. So if I even have a thought at this point that I'm going to lose that trust, I have to go with, what I don't have time not to trust somebody in this game.
All right. Thank you, Eric. And you can rejoin your housemates downstairs in the living room.
All right. Thanks, Julie.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. In just a few minutes, Janelle and Michael will find out who's staying and who will be evicted tonight. But first, they isolated themselves from the rest of the house, and now a romance is heating up between the two nominees.
A little giggle of yours. That's cute. Very cute. Sexy.
What are you staring at?
Your face.
Why?
Because I like to.
Really?
Yeah.
Me and Michael had started out as a strategy. I was gonna try and get really close to him just to get him voted off. But I actually really started liking him.
The perfume you wear is intoxicating.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I didn't come into this house to start a relationship, but I feel as if I've surprisingly have a very strong chemistry with Janelle.
I want to reach over right now.
Before I came into the house, I was dating a guy in New York, and then I met Michael, and I don't think I'll be able to go back to the guy in New York. It's incredibly uncomfortable for me to break up with someone on a television show. I'm sorry, and I understand if you never want to talk to me again. I thought Michael was something else just by looking at him, but in reality, he's really just kind of like me. He's kind of a snob.
We've kept it fairly secret, maybe.
Who is it?
Hey, Maggie. Hi. Michael and Janelle tend to go behind closed doors in the gold room and spend a majority of their time together. They seem very comfortable together.
You ever watch Spider-Man?
Yeah. Yeah. I would prefer if he was an investment banker or something, but I really think he's a nice person. I really like him for him. I mean, I know that he's not poor.
I have to. It's developed to become quite romantic and sincere.
Kiss. No. He's so cute and adorable, and I don't want him to leave.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Janelle. What's yours?
My name is Michael. What's yours?
Janelle. What's your name?
Michael, what's your name?
Janelle. Michael's the type that I would, you know, marry.
How you doing?
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because one of us is leaving.
Pay attention to Casey and what he tells you, okay?
Hello.
And work with him. He's a good guy. He knows what he's talking about.
I know.
Anyone else? Kill him.
When we returned, they were the most memorable pairs from Big Brother 5. Drew and Diane, Michael and Nokomis, Adria and Natalie, Jace and Holly. How have their lives changed since leaving the Big Brother house? But first, Janelle or Michael will be saying goodbye tonight. It's time to hear what Jennifer, April, Bo, and Yvette had to say as they cast their votes.
Janelle is the typical South Beach, money-hungry girl. She came in here thinking that her good looks were gonna get her really far.
Yeah, it's fun to have Janelle around because we can talk about makeup and style and, you know, plucking eyebrows in Miami.
Janelle knows that she's a pretty girl. And when a guy says, hi, Janelle, she goes, hi.
I'm not a lesbian or anything, but a good reason to keep Janelle around is because she's pretty to look at.
Michael has become the most uncomfortable person to be around in Big Brother history.
There's no real good reason to keep Michael in the house because he would be obviously a good competitor.
I think Michael is kind of misunderstood in the house. I mean, he is European and he came to the United States at a later age, so a lot of people don't get where he's coming from.
I can just go on and on and on why I would love for Michael to be out of this house, but the bottom line is, you know, Michael is a pain in my butt.
This season, it's a summer of secrets. Every house guest started playing the game in pairs. But last season had its standout pairs as well. Lovebirds Drew and Diane, brother and sister Michael and Nokomis, twins Adria and Natalie, and the outrageous Jace and Holly. What are these unforgettable pairs from Big Brother 5 up to 1 year later?
Really gentle.
I'm always gentle with you, Buttercup.
Hi, this is Holly and Pumpkin Patch coming to you from sunny LA.
Little bird, do you want your little food? After Big Brother, me and Jace dated for like 10 months. I'm gonna get a fight with you tonight.
No, we're not.
You know, things just didn't work out. I couldn't handle country music anymore.
Steal my soul away.
I'm a country boy at heart. I like the sticks and picks and country home chicks. When I got out of the Big Brother house, I lived out in LA for a while, but I chose to live back in Decatur where, you know, it's a little simpler, a little easier. LA's a tough town.
I don't think there's room in Los Angeles for two really hyper people like us.
She's a city girl, I'm a country boy.
I send him a packin'.
By now you're finding out one of the treasures of wisdom that has brought you to Big Brother. Oh my goodness.
You know, I have 2 sisters and 3 brothers.
Oh, baby.
So how's things been going?
I've been all right, just, you know, hanging out, doing the same old stuff. Finding out that I was going to be part of the twist last year on Big Brother 5 was, you know, really surprising. Never knew that I had a brother. It was a real big shock. I only hope that you will be as glad to have found Michael after all these years as I am.
Everyone wants to know, do you keep in contact with your, you know, sister? And this is like the first time we've been together since the show.
So Scott and Drew went to the wedding?
Yeah, Scott and Drew was there, and it was great just have them, you know, right next to me. Since Big Brother 5 has ended, been married about 8 months now. Been keep busy, and the family life is wonderful.
Congratulations. You are the official winner of Big Brother 5, Drew.
Hey guys, it's Drew, reigning champ from Big Brother 5. After the show, I decided I'm gonna really try to go after acting. So I moved from Ohio to Los Angeles. I've been working with an acting coach for the past year.
You know, when acting is done well, we are healers.
I had a little part on The Bold and the Beautiful, and I had a great time with it.
Feel free to climb into my bed whenever you want.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Diane from Big Brother 5 and I'm coming straight to you from Hollywood, California.
I know all of America wants to know, do Drew and I still talk to each other, keep contact? As much as I wanted to believe it was oh so real in the house, we're just nothing alike in all realities. He's quiet and shy and I'm loud and obnoxious.
It didn't work out with us on the outside. It was, you know, in the Big Brother house it did, but that's okay.
Drew actually lives about 5-10 minutes down the street. We're really good friends.
I choose to evict you, Diane.
But, you know, I still like to give him hell for riding my coattail in the game and then kicking me out at the end of it. That's okay.
It is time to find out who has been playing the Big Brother game with their identical twin.
What?
I'm Adria, and I'm Natalie, and we were the twin twist of Big Brother 5. From the get-go of the show, the most difficult part was trying to remember, what did she say, what did you leave out?
Keep it cool, support Diane, okay? Powwow up, have some fun, don't be scared, go put your makeup on.
Trying to hide my mole on my face, that was hard.
Absolutely,
I was
yes.
like, this thing looked this big to me. I was like, wow. Yeah, my scar got longer. Every day I looked in the mirror, I was like, have you not noticed this scar yet? I like that work right on the shoulders. Since Big Brother has ended, we revamped the website, fitnesstwins.com. We took off with our book. We have been all over the place. It's been back to reality, but not the norm.
Whoa. Cool.
The twist this season is so awesome. You've got to be standoffish from your partner, but at the same time not look suspicious. So it's going to put a little added pressure to the house guests. I can definitely feel for them on that note.
With everybody already having a pair in the house, it makes things really difficult because what if one of your pairs slips and then that person knows that there's other people with pairs in the house.
They're gonna have a hard time making it to number 1 or number 2.
This was my alliance and it didn't help me out in the game at all.
When I was in the house, who did I have? No one. This year, everybody's got someone.
To take you and your friend or your girlfriend to the final 2, I can't imagine how hard that would be. If you can pull that off, you definitely deserve $1 million.
I hope to God James has got a little bit more respect for Sarah than Drew did for because, you know, that'd be really funny if he kicked her out, huh?
Yeah, stop it! Working as a team, it does make it more fun. Don't get discovered. If you can be cool and play it to the end and work together, then you'll make it.
Which house guest will be walking out the front door? Tonight's live eviction is coming up next. Right now, let's listen in as Kaser, Maggie, and Rachel share their thoughts on the two nominees.
I like Michael. He's a nice guy.
I honestly don't want either of them gone.
I absolutely want Michael gone for Eric's safety. You mess with my friend, and I'm gonna come after you.
He never really got a chance to show the rest of this house how great of a person he is.
Janelle will not be staying very much longer because she's an easy target right now.
I care for him very much. I think he's a great guy, but I'm just being honest. Michael, at this point, could be a detriment.
I don't think she's dumb by any stretch.
This is a very difficult decision to make because not only is it personal, it is strategic. Can you just give me a second?
We are just moments away from another live eviction. Will it be Janelle, the cocktail waitress from Miami Beach, Florida, or Michael, the artist from Orange County, California? Remember, if a pair makes it to the end of the game and they are the last two house guests standing, the winner will go home with $1 million. Janelle's partner, Ashleah, was evicted last week. Will she follow in her footsteps? And Michael is secretly paired with his neighbor, Kaser. Will Michael and Kaser's dreams of winning the largest prize in Big Brother history be shattered? Let's talk with the two nominees and hear what they have to say. Hello, Janelle. Hello, Michael.
Hello.
Hi, Julie.
The two of you are nominated for eviction tonight. You are now able to say some final words to your housemates. Janelle, you're up first.
Well, guys, I just want to say that it's been a pleasure getting to know each and every one of you. I want to say thanks to all of you guys for sharing this wonderful experience with me. And it's been fun and very exciting, and I've really enjoyed every single minute of it.
Thanks, Janie.
Thanks, Janelle. Michael, you're next.
First of all, I'd like to thank all of you. It's been up and down, but overall, I really have had a great time. And I wish you all the best of luck, truly.
You too, Michael.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Michael.
Okay.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Janelle. House guests, it is now time for the voting results. Just a reminder, when I reveal the vote, the evicted house guest will have 1 minute to say goodbye, gather their belongings, and walk out the front door. By a vote of 9-1, Michael, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Talk to you soon.
Ciao, bello.
Wow.
Tell Julie I said hi, bro.
I'll hug you for you.
Thanks. Yeah, bro.
That's all right. Take care. And that's it, huh?
Bye, Michael.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Hi, Michael.
Hey, Julie.
You okay there? You can put your bag down.
Yeah, I just
Nice to meet you. Please have a seat.
Horrible.
Colored of black and white.
Not fun.
That's disgusting.
What happened? I'm fine. I said I made my
As
amends
we
with
walk
him.
by, they turn.
You know, I made my amends. I apologize for my actions, and
That's
I
great
can rest
for you.
assured. You know, he knows how I feel. So.
This process
Okay.
really sucks.
Thanks, you guys.
All right.
I can throw one kick at that gumball machine, then I'll come pouring out.
No, it's fine. It's already
Just go.
I got a pee so bad.
Go ahead.
Michael, Eric nominated you for eviction. The two of you had a major argument a few days earlier.
Yes.
Why so much animosity between the two of you?
I think primarily one of the reasons I was a little irritated was because we had an agreement, and I don't think he really was terribly honest about it, and that was pretty much it. So there was always a bit of tension.
So that was it, just because he put you up on the chopping block.
Yes.
He put you alongside Janelle, and we saw a romance begin to blossom. What can you tell me about this relationship?
I didn't expect it, and I think Janelle's a wonderful girl, and it evolved the way it did, so it was kind of unexpected.
Is it something that you would like to see continue once the game is over?
Sure, why not?
Have the two of you talked about that at all?
Yes, we have.
And she talked about that she was dating someone in Manhattan?
She did.
Okay.
She did.
Well, it's always a nice surprise to see something like that happen in the house. Now, in the event that you were going to be evicted tonight, your good friend, Kaser, taped a special goodbye message to you. So let's
great.
hear what he had to say.
Hey, Mike. How's it going? Sorry things didn't really work out the way that we had planned. All the money in the world doesn't justify hurting a friend when he's in need. I know people really hurt your feelings and made you out to be something you're not. I think you were just a victim of circumstance. And just know that I know the real you, and I assure you this whole situation will not be left unchallenged.
What do you think of Kaser after everything that has happened in the house?
You know, we knew coming into this that it was a game, and he's one of my best friends, still now.
And that won't change. Nothing in the game will change the friendship.
Never. I hope he wins. I mean, I'm after hoping his victory will prevail.
Well, how do you think he'll do without you there to help him out?
I think Kaser's the brightest person in the house, so I have, you know, it all depends. He's a smart guy. He'll figure stuff out, so.
Well, we do know that he was your secret partner. The two of you entered as a secret pair. Now, you thought you and Kaser were the only duo playing this game. The truth is, everyone started out this game with a secret partner. Are you surprised to hear that you're
No, I knew it. I knew
you started to
within
figure
the
it
first
out?
week, it was obvious.
Well, here's what you don't know. Any pair who makes it to the very end of the game, the runner-up will get $250,000, and the winner will get $1 million. What is your reaction to that news?
I think it's great. You know, it's too bad that I'm not there to try to collect it with Kaser. But, you know, whoever ends up winning, I wish them the very best. And obviously they deserve it if they get there.
Well, you never know what can happen in the Summer of Secrets, so we'll stay tuned to see what unfolds. But in the meantime, thanks, Michael.
Pleasure.
And
Sorry,
hope your
I
hand
have
gets
a
better.
napkin
Yeah,
here,
it's all
just
right. And I'll talk more with Michael on The Early Show tomorrow morning on CBS. Plus, the Summer of Secrets gets bigger and better with secret scenes you can't see anywhere else on TV. That is every Friday morning on The Early Show. And if you have a question for Michael, you can talk to him live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on House Calls, the Big Brother Talk Show at CBS.com. Who will be the new head of household? The HOH competition is next. Welcome back. It is the most powerful position in the Big Brother house. Free from the threat of eviction, the HOH must put two house guests on the chopping block. Who will win head of household? We're about to find out. House guests, the power is up for grabs. Eric, as outgoing head of household, you are not able to compete. Now, in the Big Brother house, the HOH rules, but in tonight's competition, the majority rules. Each of you is standing in your own private booth. I'll be asking your opinions on the different house guests and life in the house. However, when you answer, don't give us your own personal opinion, but instead, what you think the majority of the group's opinion will be. The house guests who answer with the majority will advance. Those who respond with the less popular answer will be eliminated from the game. The last player remaining will be the new head of household. Remember, your answers are based on what you think the majority of the house will say. You will answer red or blue using the wheel in front of you, but do not reveal your answers until I say, answers please. Does everyone understand the rules?
Yes.
All right, let's begin then. First question. Who does the majority think is more likely to send flowers after a first date, Howie or Kaser? Please answer red for Howie or blue for Kaser. Answers, please. The clear majority thinks Kaser is more likely to send flowers after a first date. Bo, you're the only one who got it wrong. Please step down and join Eric. Everyone, please reset to yellow. Thank you. Next question. Who does the majority think is more intelligent, James or Eric? Please answer red for James or blue for Eric. Answers, please. The majority thinks that James is more intelligent. Howie, Yvette, please step down, but reset to yellow before you do, Howie. Everyone can reset to yellow. In this week's food competition, Snack Shack from Hell, what does the majority think was the grossest dish served? Turkey pot pie or iced clam sundae? Please answer red for turkey pot pie or blue for iced clam sundae. Answers, please. All right, everyone thought the iced clam sundae was the grossest. Everyone got it right. Everyone stays in the game. Reset to yellow. Next question. Who does the majority think is more likely to dress their pets in clothes, Bo or Janelle? Please answer red for Bo or blue for Janelle. Answers, please. Once again, everyone says Bo. Everyone stays in the game. Reset to yellow and let's move on. Next question. Who does the majority think is more likely to secretly read a boyfriend's email, Jennifer or Sarah? Please answer red for Jennifer or blue for Sarah. Answers, please. The majority thinks that Jennifer is more likely to secretly read a boyfriend's email. I'm sorry, April, you're the only one who got it wrong. Step down. Everyone, reset to yellow. Next question. What does the majority think is more annoying? House guests who don't wash their dishes or house guests who don't wash their clothes? Please answer red for house guests who don't wash dishes or blue for house guests who don't wash their clothes. Answers, please. The majority thinks house guests who don't wash their clothes is more annoying. Everyone got it right. Everyone stays in the game. Moving on. Who would the majority rather be stuck in an elevator with? Yvette or April? Please answer red for Yvette or blue for April. Answers, please. The majority thinks April. They would rather be stuck in an elevator with April. I'm sorry, Rachel and Sarah. You chose the less popular answer, reset to yellow. Everyone can reset. Moving on, next question. Who would the majority choose to babysit their kids, Howie or Janelle? Please answer red for Howie or blue for Janelle. Answers, please. The majority would choose Janelle to babysit their kids. I'm sorry, Jennifer. You need to reset to yellow and step down and join the others on the side. Everyone, please reset to yellow, but we are moving on to our tiebreaker, the final question. I'm going to ask you to write down your answers on the boards provided. The person who comes closest to the correct number without going over will be the new head of household. If everyone goes over, the person who is closest to the correct number will win HOH. Here we go. How many total coconuts were on both trees combined in the opening competition Wipeout? Maggie, you have to write something down because I need everyone's answer now. Hold it up, please. The correct number is 184 coconuts. Congratulations, Kaser. You are the new head of household. Eric, please hand over the key to the HOH bedroom to Kaser. Congratulations again. Nice job, everyone. What's in store for the house guests now that Kaser is the new HOH? It's a summer of secrets. Stay with us. Welcome back. Who will Kaser nominate for eviction? Find out Saturday at 8. Then Tuesday at 9, see if the Golden Power Veto will save one of the two nominees. And I'll be back 1 week from tonight when I will officially reveal this season's biggest secret to the house guests, that every one of them started the game with a secret partner. For the first time, they will also learn that if a pair makes it to the end as the last two house guests standing, the runner-up will go home with $250,000 and the winner will walk away with $1 million. How will the house guests react, and how will this news change the game? And if you want to see what's going on inside the Big Brother house day and night, log on to CBS.com and subscribe to the live 24-hour internet feed. From outside the Big Brother house, I'm Julie Chen. Good night.
You know what? It's true. I was at the front, but towards the end of the game, I was at the back. So I just looked up and I saw how many were gone.
Can I clean your carpet, my master?
I didn't do that. I just imagine the coconut tree.
Let me escort the book upstairs for you, professionally. No booby talk this week?
No booby talk.
These are my sisters. These are all my sisters. Sister Sarah, Sister Janie. I don't want you going on that date next week. These are much too fresh for you. April, where's your wedding ring? Keep it polished. You got my sisters, all my sisters. The Holy Grail.